today to honor the firefighters.
The men and women of the firefighters, the volunteer fire departments. Well, how would you like to be that lotto guy or gal? You know, the one who does all the lottery jackpot commercials?
You know, the one that was in the commercial just before we returned to you. Well, a lot of people do. And as News 5's Brenda Tyler found out, they have a new act coming up.
The New York Lotto jackpot is now $35 million.
The New York State Lotto jackpot is now $25 million.
Well, you can forget that, folks. We've probably all seen it, maybe even said it, but you can forget it because New Yorkers are getting a little craftier when it comes to this announcement.
The New York State Lottery jackpot is now $25 million. The New York Lottery jackpot.
Whether they sang or signed, 25 contestants were part of the regional competition at the Carousel Mall to be the next lotto guy or grandma.
Grandma says you have to have a ticket to win, so you better buy one.
Stiff competition indeed. Judges have a lot to consider. Creativity, for one.
We watched the crowd reactions, and that was real important. I think Grandma up there it was pretty obvious that the crowd loved her. And
loud enough to land her and the singing lotto man, Robert Burkowski of Syracuse, with top prizes.
I'm 80 years old, so it's that. There was a big joke in our neighborhood when I told them I was coming here.
You're the last one laughing now, aren't you?
Yeah.
She's laughing all the way to the final competition next month in New York City, where Grandma or Robert hope to win the real jackpot, a spot on national TV. Brenda Tyler, News 5.
Okay.
A couple of minutes ago, well, more than that, Donna Spezielli had the
Where everyone is happy to see you, the person who announces the lottery.
And it seems everyone wants that job, but who's got the right voice and personality to announce millions? The story is next on Action News. Well, we've all seen the commercial hundreds of times, the New York lottery guy announcing the latest big jackpot.
Well, now 25 people from right here in central New York got the chance to make their own lotto announcement as part of a contest that was held at the Carousel Center. The top two will compete for a chance to be the next lottery guy or gal.
The New York State Lotto jackpot is now.
The New York State Lottery jackpot is
$10 million. And it's looking for you.
Thank you, Lauren. And in case you're signing impaired, that is, the New York State Lotto jackpot is now
$25 million. You never know.
Thank you, Michael. Lauren, now it's my pleasure to announce the two finalists. Adeline Seymour, contestant number 17.
The New York State Lottery jackpot is worth $25 million. Grandma says you have to have a ticket to win, so you better buy one.
Thank you, Adeline.
Everybody laughed at me when I told them I was going to this audition. They thought I was, well, I said, I'm just going to try. I've never done anything like that.
Contestant number 20, Robert Bukowski. Robert Bukowski from Syracuse.
The New York Lottery jackpot is $10 million.
He sings really well. He did that very nicely. That's different. That's what we're looking for, originality, creativity.
Well, I always had a great love of rock and roll and rhythm and blues sort of music, and it just felt natural. I thought it might get everyone's attention and give a good pitch for the New York State Lotto.
they were creative and original, and they had some fun, and you could see the audience responded to them as well.
Honey, get my lottery tickets.
Hey, you never know.
Hey, those two do know. They'll be going to the to New York City for the finalists.
Granny Adeline and the guy with the guitar.
That's right.
Yolanda Vega likes him.
And they will then compete for the grand pick, and then whoever, I guess there are contests held throughout the state, and whoever wins in that final competition actually gets to be in the spot. So we have to root for the two Central New Yorkers now.
Let's update the jackpot, too. There's $25 million now in the Saturday drawing.
Well, stay tuned for Action News at 6.
Coming up, we'll show you a man at the U.S. Open.
All right, very good, Dave. Well, the Lotto jackpot now stands at $25 million, but who should be giving you that information?
You do it pretty well, but you know the Lotto guy or gal of the future could be from our area. Yolanda Vega, who announces the numbers on TV, today emceed auditions for 24 people who would like to do those Lotto commercials. 2 finalists were chosen to represent our region. Adeline Seymour and Robert Bukowski will join 8 other contestants in New York next month, and the winner gets to do a whole year's worth of those Lotto ads.
Keep our fingers crossed for the local entrance.
Good for them. We are just getting started tonight here on News Channel 9. Stay with us.
Hey, you never know who could be the next Yolanda Vega.
Well said. That's true. Believe it or not, the next big lottery announcer has a chance to come from Central New York.
Jackpot is worth $25 million. Grandma says you have to have a ticket to win, so you better buy one.
Thank you, Adeline.
A closer look at the finalists from Central New York next. The NCC began a contest to find the best person to announce the jackpot in the big Lotto drawing.
Well, tonight we hear from the Central New York finalists in their own words. Best of all, perhaps, they got a chance to meet Yolanda Vega.
New York State Lotto jackpot is now.
The New York State Lottery jackpot is
$10 million. And it's looking for you.
Thank you, Lauren. And in case you're signing impaired, that is, the New York State Lotto jackpot is now
$25 million. Hey, you never know.
Thank you, Michael. Lauren, now it's my pleasure to announce the 2 finalists. Adeline Seymour, contestant number 17.
The New York State Lottery jackpot is worth $25 million. Grandma says you have to have a ticket to win, so you better buy one.
Thank you, Adeline.
Everybody laughed at me when I told them I was going to this audition. They thought I was little. I said, I'm just going to try. I've never done anything like that.
Contestant number 20, Robert Bukowski. Robert Bukowski from Syracuse.
The New York lottery jackpot is $10 million.
He sings really well. He did that very nicely. That's different. That's what we're looking for, originality, creativity.
Well, I always had a great love of rock and roll and rhythm and blues sort of music, and it just felt natural. I thought it might get everyone's attention and give a good pitch for the New York State Lotto.
They were creative and original, and they had some fun, and you could see the audience responded to them as well.
Honey, get my lottery tickets.
Hey, you never know.
$25 million, but who is going to tell you that?
Who? Well, Mike Price has the good news now, and the good news is the new Lotto guy or gal could be from our area.
I am Yolanda Vega.
She's the lady who announces the lottery numbers on TV. At the Carousel Center this afternoon, she emceed the auditions of 24 pre-drawn contestants who would like to be the Lotto guy or gal.
Grandma says you have to have a ticket to win, so you better buy one.
The field was narrowed to 10, and after they came back to audition the second time, the judges put their heads together to select 2 finalists to represent the Syracuse region.
Your lottery jackpot is $10 million.
I'm just me. I don't know.
Well, maybe that's the secret.
No, because all my life I've always said you have to buy a ticket to win. So I thought I'd do it, and then my daughter said, say Grandma said it.
Well, it'd be great to be rocking on top of the New York Trade Center. You're kind of on top of the world when you're there. and it'd be just wonderful to end up winning the big contest.
Adeline and Robert will join 8 other contestants in New York City on September 11th, where one will be selected as the Lotto guy or gal to make a lottery commercial that will run on TV throughout the state for the next year.
There were supposed to be 25 finalists, but only 24 showed up. That means there's a vacant seat, so maybe they could use an at-large or an ad-lib finalist.
I wonder who that could be. Hey, you never know. For the Lotto finalists, Mike Price, WIXT, News Channel 9.
He looks great up there, doesn't
That's a scary sight on the interstate, but you never know. He's right. Good luck to the local finalists.
Wouldn't it be great if somebody from here made it?
It'd be super. And our thanks again to the Drifters for coming by.
Yeah.
Bob will take you to the audition.
Quest. There may soon be a new face to announce the latest New York State lottery jackpot. Adeline Seymour of Fendera may be the next spokesperson for the New York State Lottery. Several weeks ago, Seymour entered the contest and was randomly selected as a semifinalist. Yesterday, she competed with other semifinalists at Carousel Mall in Syracuse. Now she's one of 10 finalists that are going to compete for the title of Lotto Guy or Lady. Seymour describes how she entered the contest in the first place.
$5 million. Grandma says you have to have a ticket to win, so you better buy one.
Thank you, Adeline.
This is what they had us swear. And I think I should have given it back, but I didn't. And I got this. And I got another one. I'm always entering contests.
The finals for the Lotto spokesperson are going to be held in New York City on September 10th. And if you're like many Central New Yorkers, you'll be...
He is appointed to oversee a local union operation. A special report tonight. One of the top 10 finalists in a lottery commercial contest is from right here in Central New York. And you think people are on the lookout for. State lottery officials are looking for a fresh face for their ads. The auditions have been held all over the state. One of the top 10 finalists is right from here in Central New York. Jeff Baskin spoke with her today.
The New York State Lottery is worth $25 million.
Could this be the new spokesperson for the New York State Lottery? Well, it very well could be. Adeline Seymour is one of 10 finalists in the state to be the next lottery spokesperson. Seymour was selected in a random drawing to be a semifinalist. She then went on to a competition held in Syracuse yesterday, where she was such a hit, she became one of 10 finalists in the state. Seymour describes where she got the idea for her entry.
I'm always entering contests, and it was in the paper where, to send 5 non-willing tickets, which I have plenty of, and send in my, application, and I did. But I never thought I'd ever be called.
Seymour says she likes to take chances and can't resist entering a sweepstakes.
I've always taken chances all my life on everything. 50-50s, no matter where I go, if there's a chance, I take it.
Seymour is no stranger to the lottery. She's been playing it for years, although she's never hit the jackpot. Now Seymour is preparing to go to the big final competition that will be held in New York City on September 10th.
Hey, you never know.
Jeff Baskin, News Channel 2.
Well, it's the last real weekend of the summer season, and a lot of people are going to be taking advantage.
The winner of the I Want to Be That New York Lotto Guy Gal contest is Adeline Seymour from Fendora, Old Fort. Congratulations, Adeline.
80-year-old Adeline Seymour is the new face of the New York State Lottery. She's a grandma from right here in Central New York. Seymour beat more than 23,000 contestants from across the state to become the new lottery spokesperson. She'll replace the current jackpot announcer on the ads for 1 full year. Seymour says she'd been practicing in front of a mirror all morning long, that she was so excited that she was shaking when she won. 2 Marcy Auto Salvage Yard owners charged in the massive July success.
Well, a Herkimer County woman is celebrating tonight. She's the winner of the statewide contest designed to choose the next commercial spokesperson for the New York State Lottery. State Lottery Director Jeff Purley announced Adeline Seymour of Fendera, just near Old Fort, beat 9 other finalists from across the state. The finals were held at the World Trade Center today following a month-long promotional contest entered by 23,000 residents.
The New York State Lottery jackpot is worth $25 million. Grandma says you have to have a ticket to win, so you better buy one.
Well, Grandma says it, and you gotta do it. Seymour will star in a high jackpot commercial that will air for a year, and she'll get Screen Actors Guild scale wages for her work.
Oh, that's very creative, actually.
That
it's
was.
simple, but imaginative. Very good, thank you.
I bet you listen to your grandma.
Absolutely. If she told me to buy a lottery ticket, I'd buy it right away.
Yeah. And what about the weather?
Not too great for the today, and not too great for tomorrow.
Thanks, Kathy. Let's rejoin Ron in the newsroom now with some of the stories he's working on for 6. Ron?
Thanks, Maureen. Coming up at 6, County Executive Nick Pirro proposes a new budget. Will it cost you any more or less? And we will meet the Herkimer County grandmother turned lottery pitch woman. Just a couple of the stories that we'll have for you tonight at 6, a little more than 15 minutes from now. Maureen?
We'll see you then, Ron. Thanks.
Central New Yorkers welcomed home their prized granny. 80-year-old Adeline Seymour returned from New York City, where she was just chosen to star in the New York State Lotto commercials. The Herkimer County grandmother beat out 9 other finalists to win the coveted spot. She shared some of her secrets with News 5.
My daughters told me to put on Grandma and shake my finger, which I did. I've done it for years.
Adeline will begin shooting those New York State Lotto commercials sometime this fall.
Well, the Syracuse International Air Show is preparing for takeoff.
I'm 81, and traffic. Thought I was going to be late.
Yeah.
Figured that would be the end.
What do you think? Let's see those balloons.
Grandma?
Okay, let's see them. Okay.
It's your day.
It's your day, yeah. Smiling face.
Yeah. There they are.
All right, this will be probably direct deposit to Ashley and Bryce.
Okay.
Grandma will enjoy them for a little while.
Oh, yeah. It's their day then.
Adeline. S-E-Y. Wait up.
It's on the
walkway.
Yes, so I don't know.
You feel like you know. The local woman who won the state lotto contest.
Celebrities.
Well, you have to say the New York State Lottery.
Wait till she gets in here.
My brother, my baby.
Yeah, the little brother.
Oh, yeah. Great, you made it. It's made it.
Oh, well.
This grandma in front of the beach. Kind of a military place. What it? Turn. Right-hand turn. Grandma's going to go right to the bar. Like that. You know, when you're up in the top of the world, picture start to realize big time.
You're all right. That's why I'm getting you guys. It's awful. They're making her walk up those stairs, Jeff.
Yeah. It'll take her a long
Bert. Bert.
Tell us about it. What was it like? What did it feel like though when they told you that you were the one? Were you expecting it at all? I'm not happy to be in the front. They announced me. And I lost my voice. We were trying to run. Flying around for about 15 minutes to come there. Tell us a little bit about down in New York when they said that you were going to be the next Lotto spokesperson. Did you ever dream when you started this that it would happen?
Most wonderful people, the contestants, the other contestants. I made a lot of friends. Very, very nervous. It was great. We were supposed to be on top of the world, but it was so windy, so we came inside. Then they took me on top of the world, and it was
Quite an experience.
I'll never get over it.
But now the work begins, right? What are you going to be doing for the next year?
Well, in a couple of weeks, you're going to make arrangements for me to make a commercial on that.
And you'll be delivering a line that will probably be famous. What is it? Can you give us a rendition?
The New York State Lottery is worth $10 million. Grandma says you have to buy a ticket to win, so get one.
Good, how are you doing? How's it feel to be back?
Well, it's funny. Wonderful. New York is nice. We got a wonderful time. There's nothing like it.
Excited to make your first commercial?
Yeah. I'm up to Old Forge. The bus. I haven't heard any details.
How did you always have something
Something I've said for years. My daughter's I never believe this. 81 years old.
Press pass.
You still plan on playing the lottery?
Yeah? Oh, yeah. We bought lottery tickets for all our family. We rent a little place in Lexington Avenue. We bought a lot of tickets, and they're all going to be in the store there. That's the only thing we bought, are lottery tickets. We didn't have a chance to get in the stores. That was too busy.
you think it's going to be a whole new career for you, television?
Well, all I have to do is just make one commercial and the end.
You think you might want to continue?
No, then I go on European for a year.
No, but I mean, do you think you might want to?
I don't know.
Go right ahead.
How would you feel if this was all? Whoever thought I would win?
I was just talking to your daughter, and she said you were coming out of the hotel this morning, and who stopped you and asked you for an autograph?
The New York State the New York State Police.
City of Police.
A New York City police officer?
Yeah,
what did he do?
He had me sign my autograph. And I signed autographs on the plane. I signed autographs all in the hotel, all over. I don't know what my name's going to be.
You're already a celebrity.
Yeah, but I can't write straight since I got this. I'm writing.
Still excited?
Yeah.
Are people asking you to sign their lotto tickets?
No, but they've all run against me. I'll be lucky now.
Oh, they just want to touch you to get them lucky?
Yeah. But the people in New York are wonderful. Really, they are. The promotion people, the lottery people, everybody in the hotel. And the bellboy that took us up to my room, when we got there, and I did the elevator. He says, "You're going to win, man." This morning when we were leaving, he came over to me and hugged me and kissed me twice. He said, I told you.
And did you play Lotto before this?
I always did. I played it all my life. Ever since they had it, I bought chances. I'm a perpetual gambler.
Have you ever won?
Oh, yeah. Not a lot, but just to keep me going.
Wonderful. Thanks again and congratulations.
Does it make all those years of Lotto playing?
Yeah, but I never
So do you think this is better than actually winning the jackpot? Or would you still rather win the jackpot?
Well, I'd rather win the jackpot. I can screw my laughing.
Yes. Remember me? Mark? Mark? Very good, very nice, just like I told radio interview this morning, the points are figuring like the other day, you always listen, so I guess that's what got her.
Thank you.
Okay.
Perfect shot. Thank you.
I can't believe this happened to me. I can't really. I would never dream I'd go to New York at my age.
And set the whole city on fire.
I know. Everyone's talking about you. Believe you me, everyone.
Remember Mark Harris? It's Mark Harris from Frankfurt.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, hi.
I've seen you in ages.
Oh, how you doing? Congratulations.
Well,
I'll show you last week.
I can't really tell how I feel. I keep telling everybody, I think I'm great. It's wonderful anyway.
It's a great thing.
So which one of you gave her the idea?
Both of them.
Is she in the paper? And here's a free shot. Yes, right? Free shot here. You got it. It's not here.
I keep
Hey, you got anything to say to the paparazzi press here?
That's fine. No.
Grandma says what? Grandma says you have to have a ticket to win, so you better get one.
Those lines won Adeline Seymour a spot in the New York State Lottery commercial for the next year. She beat out 9 others yesterday in the New York City to win the new title. The commercial will be for the high-stakes lottery game and will be seen all across the state.
Grandma!
Now, this is the scene this afternoon in Syracuse as Seymour returned home today. A few of her family and friends came to the airport to welcome her back. She's from Fendera in North Herkimer County and has several relatives in the central New York area. And tonight, we're lucky enough to have Mrs. Seymour join us live to talk about her victory. And let me tell you, it's a little intimidating being next to probably the most popular woman right now in all of New York State. Mrs. Seymour, thanks for joining us. Before we even start, give us a little glimpse of that award-winning performance of yours.
The New York State Lottery is worth $10 million. Grandma says you need a ticket to win, so buy one.
That's pretty impressive. And listening to her, I think I would, I definitely buy one. Tell me, you're a pretty big celebrity at this point, aren't you? I mean, a lot has changed.
I don't think so. I'm the same age. No.
Same person?
Yeah, same person. The only thing I have to buy an answering machine because the people in the lottery claim they haven't been able to get me, so I have to.
Kind of tough being up in Old Forge. People treating you like a big celebrity?
Yes.
Yeah?
I'll have to come down to earth when I get up north.
Now, where are they going to shoot this commercial? Are they going to do it in the Adirondacks or anywhere
I
near
don't
home?
really know. They're going to come up to Old Forge. That's really where Thunder is my mailing address.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to come up there. They're going to call me next week.
Now, being the new Lotto spokesperson, is this a new type of job or have you been an actress before?
No, I've never been an actress.
So were you nervous out there doing it?
Very, very nervous. I couldn't see a person out in the audience. I just walked up there and did it and walked back.
Why do you think you won? They just love the charm, the grandma charm?
I don't really know. I don't know why I won.
No.
I was really surprised because the people that I was with were wonderful. The contestants, they all had little skits, and I just went up there with my simple little thing.
And it's the charm in the finger that did it.
I don't know what it was.
Now, your grandson works here, and he tells us that that finger has been seen a lot, and it finally got you a big break.
Yeah.
Now, I better watch out, huh? You going to take my job after this?
No, I don't get anybody's job.
Well, best of luck to you, certainly, and we're going to look for you all across the TV waves.
They're gonna call me up when I make my first commercial.
And will you let us know?
Yeah, because I only make one commercial, and then they're going to just feed it, you know.
Well, tell us before you do it.
Okay.
Because we're going to want to watch.
Okay.
All right, thanks, Mrs.
Thank
Seymour.
you, Sarah.
Congratulations. Well, in other news, a former Herkimer County employee
of Jarvis School 3 years ago. In case you haven't heard by now, New York State has a new lottery spokesperson, and she's a grandmother from right here in central New York. Adeline Seymour beat out 23,000 people across the state and won the contest yesterday. She flew back into the area today where Jeff Baskin caught up with her.
Ms. Adeline Seymour of Tendara stepped off the plane as the new New York State Lotto spokeswoman. Adeline won in the I Want to Be the New York State Lotto Guy or Gal finals in New York City on Thursday. Out of over 23,000 applicants, only 10 made it to the finals. And it was Adeline's slogan of,
The New York State Lottery is worth $10 million. Grandma says you have to buy a ticket to win, so get one.
that made her the winner. Adeline will go on to star in her own commercial, which will run for a year.
I can't believe this. 81 years old, I'm going to be going on television. And I'm going to be on all of taxi cabs.
During her 3 days in New York, Adeline received plenty of media attention that she seemed to enjoy.
New York is nice. We had a wonderful time, but there's nothing like central New York.
Now that Adeline is the Lotto spokeswoman, does that mean that she's still going to play the Lotto?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, sure. We bought lottery tickets for all our family.
Adeline does admit that she had a little help from her family in coming up with her slogan.
I think it all was like a combination of all of us. We had a conference call, and we were all, we were on the line together at different times, and we were all talking it over.
Her family still gives her all the credit for winning, and they may be playing the Lotto a little more often.
I'm going to buy a ticket now, aren't you?
Yes, I will too. Jeff Baskin, News Channel 2.
Great story. Well, switching gears now, the world will pay its final respect.
Just outside the offices of the Observer Dispatch. And meet the new Lotto gal, a grandmother from right here in central New York. Big decision is in. New York State's new Lotto jackpot announcer is...
The winner of the I Want to Be That New York Lotto Guy Gal contest is Adeline Seymour from Fendera, Old Forge.
Thank you for that announcement. Yolanda Vega, the 80-year-old winner from Herkimer County, wins one of the most high-profile jobs in New York State. She beat out 9 other candidates in the finals today at the World Trade Center. Her winning line is stern but fair.
Grandma says you have to have a ticket to win, so you better get one. Well, I've always said that all my life, and my daughters told me to say Grandma says, and the other one says, point your finger. You always done that for years.
I think the judges have reached
the winner. That's lottery announcer Yolanda Vega and the old Lotto guy doing what they do best, announcing the winner today. Adeline's commercials air for 1 year. They start in a couple of months. Well, a handful of local teachers are calling it an out-of-this-world opportunity. We're talking about...
Well, Herkimer County is welcoming back its grand prize Granny tonight. 80-year-old Adeline Seymour beat out 9 finalists in New York City yesterday to start a series of New York State Lotto commercials. We spoke with Adeline at the airport today, and she told us about the special mementos she brought back for her 6 grandchildren.
We bought lottery tickets for all our family. We went to a little place in Lexington Avenue, and we bought a lot of tickets, and they're all going to get a souvenir. That's the only thing we bought are lottery tickets.
Seymour will receive a small fee for performing in the commercials.
Congratulations there, lady.
And still ahead tonight on News 5 at 11.
Looking at the state's new Lotto gal, find out how the Central New York woman beat out the competition. And a big star at the Burnett Zoo is looking for a new love. We'll tell you why Indy rejected Rosie as his new mate. I'm Don Lark.
And I'm Paula Carell, and this is Action News.
WSTM TV3 Syracuse. Now, Central New York's leading news team, Don Lark, Paula Carell, and Wayne Mahar with the weather outside. This is TV3 Action News at 5.
Good evening. The big story on Action News. A Central New York woman beats out the competition to become the next Lotto announcer.
The New York Lottery began searching for its new announcer July 14th. Today, the search ended when they heard Adeline Seymour. It seems the 80-year-old woman's distinctive style won them over.
Grandma says you have to have a ticket to win, so you better get one.
You might consider her advice. She could help you win millions of dollars someday. Meet the new Lotto gal, Adeline Seymour, who's from Thandera in Herkimer County.
The New York State Lotto is now 10
Seymour beat 9 other finalists to become the most listened-to person in New York State.
The winner of the I Want to Be That New York Lotto Guy Gal contest is Adeline Seymour from Thandera, Old Forge. Congratulations, Adeline.
When they called me, I couldn't believe it, and then all my friends started laughing. I thought, I'm going to show them that I can do it.
Excuse me. Adeline Seymour replaces the man best known for interrupting operas and climbing great heights to announce a big win. No word yet on what kind of creative ideas the lottery people might have in mind for Adeline Seymour. Her commercials air for 1 year.
And it could be kind of an early birthday present for her. She will be 81 on October 9th.
She's going to do just fine. Wish her a lot of luck.
That's right, a whole new career.
Maybe they'll team her with Yolanda Vega.
They'll get a lot of reaction. Well, Onondaga County is also a winner today. County Executive Nick Pirro announced...
A Central New York woman is the next Lotto gal. This morning in New York City, Adeline Seymour of Thandera won the I Want to Be That Lotto Guy or Gal contest. Adeline will be the star of a high jackpot commercial that will air for 1 year. She's ready. Good evening again. I'm Don Lark.
And I'm Paula Carell. And a Syracuse woman admits she used a computer.
Tonight on TV3 Action News Nightcast, he's a 7th grader that's riding a lawnmower across America. Meet this 12-year-old that's doing something unique for a good cause. Then, Yolanda Vega. Watch out.
The New York State Lottery jackpot is worth...
Meet the new lottery gal tonight. And she was looking for love in all the wrong places.
Draws hundreds of parents with a singular mission to make their children safer. It is supposed to grab your attention, but tonight this billboard attracts firefighters. And she's a woman with a message you'll want to hear. Meet the new Lotto Grandma. This is News 5 at 11 for Thursday, September 11th. In the meantime, the singer is trying to raise money for charities that are dear to his heart. Well, how much is the New York State Lotto jackpot? A Central New York grandmother will soon be the one to tell us.
The winner of the I Want to Be That New York Lotto Guy Gal contest is Adeline Seymour.
Adeline Adeline Seymour beat out 9 other people from around the state to be crowned the Lotto Gal. She's from Thendara, that's in Herkimer County. She's 81 years old and a grandmother, and that may have helped her clinch the spot in an upcoming commercial. Take a look at her audition.
The New York State Lottery jackpot is worth $25 million. Grandma says you have to have a ticket to win, so you better buy one.
Okay, Adeline's high jackpot commercial will air for 1 year. Of course, our congratulations go out to her tonight.
Well, right ahead, Ralph.
And still ahead on News 5 at 11. All you need is a lawnmower.
News went up and got a sneak preview of some of the stunts this afternoon. And Adeline Seymour was also out at the airport today, arriving back here in central New York after winning the Lotto contest down in the Big Apple. This 80-year-old grandmother is starting on a new career. For the next year, she will be the spokesperson for the Lotto jackpot, and she's already becoming a celebrity.
And I signed autographs on the plane. I signed autographs all over all in the hotel, all over. I don't know what good my name's going to be.
You're already a celebrity.
Yeah, but then I can't write straight since I got this. I'm writing up the hill.
Still excited. Adeline is now heading back to Thendara, that's near Old Forge, after her whirlwind trip to New York City. But pretty soon, she'll be back in the spotlight making commercials. As we saw a little bit there, she's even making the headlines down in the Daily News in the paper. There it is. Lottery has a new Granny Prize winner.
She's going to do just fine.
She is. She's great.
80
Wonderful
years old.
personality.
Yeah, she's going to be great. I think they're paying her union scale. We'll have to help her get a raise. Well, if you get something in the mail promising you.
And the state lottery's brand new Lotto Gal received a hero's welcome today as she returned home to Old Forge. 80-year-old Adeline Seymour was honored by family and friends after winning the state's I Want to Be That Lotto Guy or Gal contest. Seymour will soon star in a series of Lotto ads that will air across the state for a full year. Adeline says she's enjoying her newfound fame, and she still can't believe that this dream really came true for her.
Then we had the contest, and I never dreamed I'd win because they were wonderful, the contestants. I sat there and thought, I'll never win with my little simple thing. And I won.
Way to go. Seymour says that she'll be teamed up with the original Lotto guy in those commercials. She's anxiously now waiting to find out when she'll return to New York City to record the spots. Well, a big treat this weekend for NASCAR fans across central New York.
Serious savings, only at your local Ford dealer. So think Ford first, but do it now.
Tonight, a special homecoming for the lady with $1 million worth of talent. Also, the Air Force moved by another military crash, extending its freeze of everybody's dream. But in People Tonight, one grandmother who wanted to become the Lotto Gal never dreamed success could be so sweet. A special homecoming was held for Adeline Seymour, winner of the lottery spokesperson contest. Friends and neighbors greeted her during this weekend's Firefighters Drill school parade in Old Forge. Seymour won for her talent. She does a darn good Lotto announcement.
The New York State Lotto jackpot is worth $17 million. Grandma says you need a ticket to win, so Central New York, you better get on the ball.
Well, Seymour beat out 9 other finalists. You can see why. Well, my name isn't Adeline, but I'll have your Lotto numbers straight ahead and a heel-kicking celebration, Hungarian style.
We told you a couple months ago about an 81-year-old grandmother from central New York who is New York's new Lotto lady. Well, she's now headed to the big city tomorrow for the making of a new lottery ad. Adeline Seymour says she hates to leave her home in Thendara near Old Forge, but she admits that she's pretty excited about going to New York City to make this new lottery commercial. The lottery folks have been calling her to make sure Adeline's ready, right down to the clothes that she's going to wear.
I have a wardrobe woman. They called me up yesterday and they wanted to know how much I weighed and how tall I was and what size shoe I wore and what size dress I wore and all that stuff because...
Now, Adeline says in the new lottery ad, she'll play the part of Ralph Buckley's mother. He's the guy you've been seeing on television announcing the lottery jackpots right now. Now, they make the new commercial all this week in New York City, and you'll start seeing it on TV before the end of this year. Well, some post offices in northern New York are seeing an increase in their mail flow. We'll tell you why.
Well, there's one woman in central New York who hasn't had much time to think about Christmas. Adeline Seymour has been too busy getting used to being New York's new Lotto lady.
She's getting right into it, too. Tomorrow, the 81-year-old grandmother from Old Forge will head to the Big Apple, New York City, for the making of a new lottery commercial. Karen Huxtable has the whole story.
Excuse me. The New York Lotto jackpot is now... That's the Lotto commercial we're all used to seeing, but Ralph Buckley's about to get a co-star.
Cool.
Grandma says you need a ticket to win, so you better get one.
81-year-old Adeline Seymour, who hates to leave home, is packing up to head to New York City this week. There, she'll make a commercial in which she plays Ralph Buckley's mother. Not surprisingly, she's just a little excited.
Oh, sure, why wouldn't I be? I can't believe I'm doing it, though.
Earlier this year, Adeline beat out 23,000 other people to win this role. This is a grandmother who says she was never even in the school play, about to become New York's new lottery spokesperson.
It sure has made my life a little different.
For one thing, Adeline, who hates answering machines, broke down and got one, just to handle all the phone calls.
And one day the phone rang and this girl said, "This is Bernice. Adeline, I can remember you saying 50 years ago, if you don't have a ticket, you don't win."
We won't actually start seeing Adeline in New York's Lotto ads until the end of this month. But with all the publicity she's had, this 81-year-old grandmother's already a known commodity, and not just here in Old Forge, but across central New York.
That's right. She's the Lotto lady now, and she's definitely the star of the town. I mean, that's our own little celebrity.
Mike Notley manages the Nice and Easy in Old Forge, where Adeline buys all her Lotto tickets. He and everyone else is wondering if Adeline's lottery stardom might lead to something else.
Hey, you never know.
Karen Huxtable, News Channel 2.
She's quite a lady. I met her several months back. I spoke at a function she was at.
Oh, yeah?
And this was before any of this lottery stuff came up, and she is terrific.
Oh, we know somebody else who knows her real well, too.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Our producer's
That's right.
grandmother.
That's right. Coming up next on News Channel 2, a plane. It crashed into a home downstate.
Cool.
Grandma says you need a ticket to win, so you better get one.
The new Lotto gal is coming right up. Stay tuned.
The New York State Lotto is now $10 million.
That's $10 million. The New York lottery jackpot is $10 million.
The New York State lottery jackpot is $10 million. Grandma says you have to have a ticket to win, so you better get one.
The winner of the I Want to Be That New York Lotto Guy Gal contest is Adeline Seymour from Dendora, Old Forge. Congratulations, Adeline. Congratulations.
And Dolly, and action. Good. Now we cut. Great. Nice work. Put your headphones on. Can I turn that big knob? Tap the microphone.
Sorry. The New York Lotto jackpot is now $10 million. That's $10 million.
Okay, Adeline, say it again, and you're going to say it like you're saying it to yourself. Just like you're saying it to yourself. Cool. Okay. Cool.
The thing about working with the New York Lottery is, again, working with the real people. And I mean, that's what's so refreshing about having Adeline win the contest, because you really see, you know, just how excited she is about being in the commercial, and it's the thrill of being in her first commercial, you know. So it's especially watching somebody from a small town who is, you know, not used to the lights and the set and the camera and everything. And it's just a lot of fun. She's just, you know, darling and very special.
It's been great. I've enjoyed every minute of it.
Knowing what a big extravagant commercial this is with the parade and all
I could never believe all the work goes into a commercial. I'll appreciate every commercial I ever seen from now on. Believe me.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
The New York Lotto jackpot is now $10 million.
Yeah.
Sorry, the New York Lotto jackpot is now $10 million. That's $10 million. Cool. Mother!
It was a few months back we told you about an 81-year-old grandmother from central New York who hit the jackpot. After a statewide competition, Adeline Seymour of Herkimer County was picked to announce how much the Lotto jackpot is worth in those Lotto commercials. Her ad is now on the air.
Sorry, the New York Lotto jackpot is now $15 million. That's $15 million. Cool. Mother!
Yes, we congratulate her. When we talked to her back in September, she said her newfound celebrity wouldn't change her. She's just a central New Yorker at heart. Congratulations, Adeline.
Well done.
How about the bottom line?
Okay, the bottom line.
Hier, wo es im Oktober zu schneien beginnt und dann vor Mai nicht mehr aufhört, hier in Old Forge steht die Zeit ziemlich still. 2200 Seelen zählt das kleine Nest, 6 Autostunden nördlich von New York City. Früher lebten die Leute vom Holzhandel, heute bringt der Tourismus bescheidenen Wohlstand. In Old Forge, wo jeder jeden kennt und jeder fast alles über jeden weiß, in Old Forge gibt es seit kurzem eine Berühmtheit. Adeline Seymour. Adeline hat im Lotto gewonnen.
Hi,
Nein,
Vicky.
keine 6 richtigen.
Good.
Sie wird die neue Lotto-Lady.
Quick pick for Lotto.
Quick pick?
Yep.
Cash value or annual payment?
Cash value.
Okay. Is that all for you today?
That's all.
Adeline soll im Fernsehen für die staatliche Lotterie werben. Was ihr das bringt? Ein paar tausend $1000 an Honoraren und, was dem Heimatort weit mehr zählt, landesweite Berühmtheit.
She called us from New York City.
Sie hat sofort angerufen, als sie den Wettbewerb gewonnen hat. Wir haben von Anfang an die Daumen für sie gedrückt. Und wir sind alle ganz stolz auf sie. Sie ist unser Star, sie ist die Lotto-Lady.
Celebrity around town. She's the Lotto lady.
The New York Lotto jackpot is now $10 million. That's $10 million.
Und das ist die neue Welt von Adeline Seymour, ein Studio in Manhattan. 2 Dutzend Filmleute wuseln um sie herum. Ihr Auftrag? Sie sollen einen perfekten Spot mit der Lotto-Lady produzieren.
And roll sound. Sounds big.
Finanziert wird das Ganze von der größten Lottogesellschaft der USA. Die New York State Lotterie setzt jährlich $4 Milliarden um. Der Gewinn geht an die Schulen im Lande.
That's $10 million.
Great. And do it again.
The New York Lotto.
Adelines Text ist, Gott sei Dank, kurz und simpel. Wenn im Jackpot $10 Millionen angesammelt sind, soll dieser Spot eingesetzt werden, um weitere Teilnehmer zu ködern. Liebenswerter Lockvogel, die Großmutter aus Old Forge.
The New York State. No, oh dear. The New York Lotto jackpot is now $10 million. That's $10 million. The New York Lotto jackpot is now $10 million. That's $10 million.
Okay. That's great.
Mark?
Adeline hat für den ganzen Wirbel um ihre Person nur ein Wort: großartig.
It just seems as if somebody's pushing me.
Irgendwie war es so, als ob mir jemand gesagt hätte, mach da mit. Ich glaube, Gebete helfen uns. Und ab und zu sage ich, Gott, steh mir bei. Heute zum Beispiel, heute habe ich das oft gesagt und er hat mir geholfen.
2,200 people. So it's been great. I've enjoyed every minute
In
of
einem
it.
Ort mit 2200 Leuten, da kennt dich natürlich jeder. Es ist richtig toll. Ich genieße jeden Augenblick. Und eigentlich kann ich es immer noch nicht fassen. Einmal bin ich mitten in der Nacht aufgewacht und ich dachte, das kann doch gar nicht sein, dass ich das jetzt alles mache.
So sweet. No, we're done. No, we're done. Let's just get her microphone out.
Adeline Seymour in ihrer vertrauten Welt. Sie lebt allein in einem Fertighaus, ein paar Minuten vom Ortskern entfernt. Nicht ganz allein. Ihr liebstes Haushaltsgerät, das Telefon.
Oh, she's building a fire.
Weil sie selbst schon mit 14 von der Schule musste, legte sich Adeline krumm, um ihren 3 Kindern das College zu ermöglichen. 18 Jahre arbeitete sie bei General Electric am Fließband. Ihr Mann ist vor Jahren gestorben, ihr Sohn lebt ganz in der Nähe. Mit Dorothy, ihrer besten Freundin, hat Adeline über all die Jahre konkurriert. Wer hat die schönere Bluse? Wer ist tüchtiger oder auch beliebter im Ort? Wer hat die Nase vorn bei Glücksspielen, für die beide eine Schwäche haben? Adelines Sieg im Lottowettbewerb hat die lebenslange Konkurrenz entschieden, ein für allemal. Adeline hat gewonnen, Dorothy freut sich mit, ein wenig, und ist im Übrigen etwas eifersüchtig. Doch die Freundschaft hält das aus. Rückblende auf den entscheidenden Augenblick. Im Finale des Lottowettbewerbs waren die Teilnehmer angetreten, die sich etwas Besonderes hatten einfallen lassen, um den Jackpot anzupreisen. Oder die das zumindest glaubten.
The New York State Lotto is now $10 million.
That's $10 million. The New York lottery jackpot is $10 million.
The New York State Lottery Jackpot is $10
Als Adeline ihren Zeigefinger hob und mit der Autorität der Großmutter zum Lotto rief, da waren die Herzen des Publikums und der Jury gewonnen.
Winner of the I Want to Be That New York Lotto Guy Gal contest is Adeline Seymour from Sandora, Old Forge. Congratulations, Adeline.
Cool.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah. Cool. We got a line up. It's going cool.
Bei der Produktion des Spots gab es dann noch einmal ein kleines Problem. Cool, das Modewort für toll oder klasse, dieses Wörtchen cool gehört nicht zum Sprachschatz der 82-Jährigen. Entsprechend schwer tat sie sich, cool, ganz cool zu sagen. Loriot lässt grüßen.
Cool.
Okay, again?
Cool.
Cool.
Cool. Cool.
It's cool.
Cool.
Doch dann war auch das geschafft und so sieht er aus, der Werbespot, der Adeline Seymour zur populärsten Großmutter im Staate New York machen wird.
Sorry, the New York Lotto jackpot is now $10 million. That's $10 million. Ooh.
Old Forge, die Heimat von Adeline, hat einen neuen Beinamen. Old Forge, die kleine Stadt mit der Lotto-Lady.